You told him you were at work?
Yep. But if he goes to my job, I won't be there. I don't think he's that stupid, though.
So you done, huh?
Shouldn't I be? I mean, he's become irresponsible with his day-to-day. Do you know anyone who can blow $30,000 in one night?
Apparently I do, even though I don't know him that well.
Malin, what would you do?
That's hard. I don't hypothetically put myself in situations. I go off of experiences that I've had. But if he's still trying to get with Corey, that's a different story. Corey is not a good guy. He fucked the whole Atlanta.
Did you mess with him?
Hell no. I haven't fooled around with a guy in years.
Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? I am Wesley from A Connection TV, the number one channel on YouTube, where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences, and I'm here to talk to you about The Walking Dead. I know a lot of you were asking about my 902 review, but I'm here to give a little bit of 902 and a little bit, or a lot of it, or all of 903. Life has been crazy, and if you are a subscriber on aconnectiontv.com, you already know what I've been going through. If you follow both Instagrams, A Connection TV and ACTV the network, you know exactly what I am going through. I put all of my blood, sweat, and tears into the new channel because it's subscriber based, and it's a love that I've always been wanting to do, which is scripted television, scripted series, scripted shows. So that's what I've been doing. That's what's been monopolizing my time. Also, I'm in a relationship, so that's been a lot of what's going on. Also, I live in a house now, and everything needs to be taken care of all of the time. There's no breaks, so it's harder for me to do vlogging. And you know, besides that, I think I just want to do something new. You know, I've been doing A Connection TV YouTube for over 10 years. So it's time for something new. And I know a lot of you guys have been following and have been subscribers all this time, but hopefully you're willing to join the new train and get off the old. 902 was an interesting episode, to say the least, but I have to say that I really am enjoying, or I really enjoyed 903 as opposed to 901 and 902. Because 903 lets me know what's about to go down. And I already kind of figured it out, but I didn't think that the Oceanside were the ones. Now, anyways, before I get into the root, let's start from the beginning. Okay, 902 starts off with day 35. They're no longer, we get that long monologue of Rick saying we no longer have to fight. Then we get him walking past that street sign that says headquarters, Oceanside, Alexandria, Sanctuary, Toledo. And I'm like, okay, for the established paces. Then there's a sign that points to the future, and the future is this bridge that they're building in 902, was called the bridge. Rick walks through the camp and oversees the bridge. The tent town is very interesting, and I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe you can help me out with this. I'm assuming that this is the hold right next to the bridge. I'm not really understanding what area this is, but everybody's in tents and it's very interesting. Ezekiel is with Henry saying he will have to tell people of the world to come. That was pretty cool. It's like everyone has this dialogue with the youth talking about the future and how you guys are the future and how you guys need to work hard to make sure that is secure. And I'm like, okay, this all sounds good, but I don't even think we're gonna see the future. I mean, everyone that we've been riding this wave with is going to be gone. I'm over it. He mentions him going off to college, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. Carol says, you know, her swim back to Ezekiel, and then she's off to the hilltop. Apparently, everyone's getting sick. There's this bug going around the sanctuary. Enid is learning the medical field. I think that's kind of dope. Rick and Eugene are walking the tent town. Eugene's back in the fold. Eugene's like the master blacksmith, the master engineer, the master architect, the master of everything. I'm like, okay. Michonne comes to Maggie with news about the guys who were supposed to bring the hilltop fuel in exchange for food, but the guys haven't returned. Maggie won't exchange without the fuel. I don't blame her. Earl is locked up and Michonne suggests letting him out because she didn't hang him like she did Gregory. Maggie is not budging on the exchange. I wonder, and I was wondering when I was watching 902, and this goes to show you I did have all the notes written down, I just wasn't able to get to the review. Why did she hang Gregory and not the husband? Why? Why? Rick comes in and breaks up the fight and Daryl is pissed. Carol sides with Daryl. Carol says everyone might be ready for it. I like that Carol and Daryl are seeing eye to eye. Tammy sits in front of the basement and tell Jesus to go tell Maggie I am not moving. Michonne says, do you agree with what Maggie is doing? Michonne says to talk to Maggie. So Michonne is like the female Rick and she wants everybody to kumbaya, my lord. And she doesn't understand the Gregory tactic that Maggie pulled. And she's not necessarily believing that Maggie's way is going to work. She's all here for her man, which is Rick. Tammy has been, let me see. Rick comes in and break, okay, ta-da-da. Anne and Gabriel talk and she draws someone from his past. Anne flirts with Gabriel. This is the weirdest freaking relationship I've ever seen. I don't understand why they're humping or hunching. I don't get it at all. Maggie goes to visit, I'm sorry, Tammy has been asking to see her husband for over a month now. So they skipped ahead of time. Her husband hadn't drank for over 20 years. Okay. Maggie goes to visit the husband. He was the one that built the cells. He speaks on his history of drinking, says he was drunk while Kenneth was born. Tells Maggie of a drunk story where he almost got his kid killed in an accident. He says Tammy stayed with him and he never took a drink after that. Okay. He asks why Gregory, not him. He says it wasn't Gregory that made him do it. Everybody wants to know. Saviors are being taken out and the sanctuary is getting worried. Rick says he will protect them, but they aren't getting weapons, and he is compared to Negan. The herd doesn't get pulled off course. Zombies attack and Aaron loses his arm. Rick and the crew come to help attack the zombies. Enid says the only way to help him is to amputate. Daryl gets mad and beats up Longhaired. What's his name? Justin or whatever his name was. I can care less about any of these saviors. I do not have any compassion for these saviors. None of them. Rick threatens Longhair to leave and he does. He should have killed him. Yeah. Rick apologized to Aaron for losing his arm. He says it's not the end of the world. It's the start of a new one. Gabriel and Anne are out there listening to frog mating calls. Gabriel talks about caring for the woman. Gabriel says, I'm Episcopalian, not Catholic. Anne grabs his stuff and Gabriel kisses her. This was disgusting. I damn near threw up in my mouth. Rick watches everyone together. Carol says, do you still carry that ring around? He puts it on her. Ezekiel puts it on her. Rick is getting off with talking to Negan, and that's whack. Negan says, building a future for who? Carl? He says, your family is gone, Rick. He says, you aren't saving the world, Rick. You are just getting it started for me. Anne sees an aircraft. Longhair gets bum rushed by someone he knows. The sanctuary is building a new group. That's what I thought. Okay, I'm glad I went back to that. Because out of everything that happened in 902, the most disturbing part of 902 was when Rick was jerking off while talking to Negan. It sucks that Rick is not going to be in the show on the show anymore. It really does. But what really boggles my mind is how they're going to let him exit. I really think he's going to have a catastrophic end where he's like going to fall off the bridge or something like that. I don't think that they're going to kill him. Like, kill him. I think it's going to be like some crazy accident. He's going to fall off the bridge. The river's flowing and he's going to flow to his doom or some shit like that. But I don't think Daryl is going to kill him. I don't think Maggie is going to kill him. I don't think one person is going to kill him. I don't even think he's going to die by a zombie bite. I think something like that is going to happen. I don't know. I could be wrong. But the way that they have Rick stroking himself, like, this is what I don't want for The Walking Dead. What I don't want is for Rick to go and Negan takes charge of everything. That's what I don't want, because we're losing Negan, we're losing Maggie. Michonne is about to have sex with Rick to have another child, and Daryl and Carol are still there, and Ezekiel's still there. Like, who's gonna run camp? It better not be Negan. They better not let this dude become showrunner. Like, I'm just gonna lose my mind if that's the direction that they're going, because I hate the Negan dude. I hate him. I really do. Okay, so on to, did I miss anything? The aircraft, Longhair gets bum rushed. Okay, when Longhair got bum rushed, I really thought it was like a clique of saviors building up a bigger group to attack the rest of the people. But then when I watched the episode, I'm like, they're already in a group, so they don't need to build a bigger group. They just don't have any weapons. So that really didn't make sense. But on to 903. I'm gonna tell you, it was nice for them to throw this little montage of clips with Michonne, and, you know, Michonne building on the rules for the future, and, you know, Michonne and Rick are with Judith, and they're having, you know, family time, and, you know, Michonne's teaching Judith how to fight low-key with a stick, and they're reading a book to her, and, you know, then Homeboy comes and says, you know, another one was found dead, and, you know, yeah, like, the saviors are getting killed and the saviors are worried about it. Mind you, I am so pissed off that, and there's a lot of piss-offivity that I have going on, piss-offtivity that I have going on with AMC. What is with the Glenn knockoff? I don't understand why Glenn knockoff was riding next to Maggie. Why? Why? That was one of the worst mistakes you could have ever made, was to snipe off Glenn. The show went downhill from then. Yes, it did. It did. From that point on, it was downhill. So now we got Glenn knockoff riding with some knock-kneed horses with Maggie. And Glenn the knockoff is the only one packing? Okay. Not cool. The saviors come out, they act like they're Billy Badass, and it reminded me of when that freaking the bushy, thick mustache dude, savior, came and attacked, ransacked Maggie when she had the train of cars behind her, and Jesus was in the car, and the dude killed somebody in the back seat. It just brought me back to that moment, and I'm like, if Maggie bitches out again, I'm really gonna be upset. Maggie thinks she's Billy Badass, you know, hanging people off trees and shit, or unfinished buildings, and she's gonna get punked with her Glenn knockoff standing beside her, and she's not the one carrying the Glenn knockoff is. I was not here for any of it at all. I was completely upset by it. But anyways, they let her go because they realized that Maggie's telling the truth about the fuel exchange and she's bringing them goods. Mind you, I don't even know why any of these saviors think that they're in remote power. Why are we putting them back in the power seat? Why, Maggie? Why? Why are we putting them back in the power seat, Maggie? Not really understanding. And Glenn knockoff was there just to be a fucking knockoff. I don't understand. But I was completely aggravated by that. Then Longhair comes out and he's a zombie. He gets killed. Rick and Michonne are told about it. Everybody knows about it. The Savior's about to fight everyone else. It's about to be a big brouhaha, you know? And I thought it was the hottest crap ever when Gabriel walked up with the machete, like, what about to do? Because it was like a sign of like, hey, to Carl, because Carl's the one that taught Gabriel how to use the machete. So I thought it was so slick how Glass Eye walked up there and was like, y'all ain't about to get through. Y'all ain't about to get through. Then here come Rick riding on a horse. Stop it, everybody stop it, stop it, everybody stop it. Then, you know, he starts interrogating. First, Gabriel interrogates Anne. Anne is like, I did it, but I didn't do it. And she walks out. I don't know why we thought this was acceptable. And I don't know why Gabriel is lying to Rick over some dirty junk, some dirty garbage vagina. I don't understand. She lived in the garbage heap for months on end. And we want to eat her? No. I'm sorry, disgusting, makes me want to throw up in my mouth and swallow it back. I don't understand this. And so Gabriel lies to Rick, then Anne lies to Gabriel, then Rick goes and talks to Daryl. Daryl's like, I didn't do this because if I did do it, I would have did it in plain sight. I don't need to hide it. I don't like them, don't care about them. I'm not here for them. You are. Then Rick had to get smart and you know, remind Daryl what happened and how, you know, he didn't do what he thought he should have did to Earl, the brother, and left him on the roof. And I'm like, okay, that was unnecessary, Rick. That was like really unnecessary. Then the group split up. They paired up with people that they trust. And well, no, before that, they're split up in their checking sections. And, you know, Maggie is teamed up with one of the leader from the ocean side. They start to find activity with zombies and they're clearing out the area trying to look for what's happening. You know, they go and clear out the area. The leader chick from the ocean side, she falls like everyone does. She's handicapped for a second and she has a hard time catching her bearings. So Daryl and the rest of the crew save them. Then they run into the ocean side lady knocked out. Okay, nobody knows what happened to the sanctuary savior that she was with. She's gone. She's knocked out, gone. I'm like, all right, well, I guess that's what's going on right now. I guess that's what's happening right now. We're not gonna know who did it and why. At least that's what they're trying to make us believe, that we're not gonna find out. But I'm like, some of y'all need to get to the point because this storyline is whack. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Rick has this whole thing with Carol, like, oh, I think all life is precious. Oh, every time I talk to Negan, I yak off, you know, and I just get my life. That whole, like, Rick just needs to kill Negan and understand that he can start over by killing Negan. That's it. I don't know why he's getting his best life talking to this dude. It makes him feel like righteous, like he's the best leader of all. And I just don't vibe with that. I don't understand that. And the mix of them trying to find out, you know, they scope out the area or whatever. Carol is with Rick. Carol is like, listen, I'm here for Daryl. Rick is like, we need to make Daryl understand. And then all of a sudden, they get got. I'm like, okay, Carol ain't about to die right now. We know she's not about to die. So what are these dirty fools doing? I don't understand. What are these dirty fools doing right now? So Carol is like, it's not possible, it's over, or something like that. It's a wrap, or something like that. And I thought she was referring to the fact that her and Rick need to not care so much about the sanctuary. That's what I thought she was talking about. But she was just having a nice little line before stabbing the dude. And I was like, all right, okay, I guess. Like, this is what we're doing right now. Okay. Who the hell is Anne talking to? Is she talking to the Whisperers? I don't know. I don't know that part of the comics where the Whisperers come in, but do the Whisperers have a helicopter? I'm confused. Don't quite understand. Who's A and B? What's the A and what's the B? Is A a alpha and the B a beta? Like, what are we talking about? I don't understand. But then Gabriel follows her, and he's like,
You still running in these streets?
Yeah.
Then you just moved that girl in your place.
As a matter of fact, I did. But, you know, shit's going crazy already. What about you anyways? You know, you heard anything new about your father?
Nope. But honestly, I'm tired of asking about him. Jason, he can die for all I care. My cousin ain't telling me nothing.
Well, maybe it's for the best. You know, maybe your father's in prison for like murdering somebody or something crazy like that. You know, your cousin's just trying to protect you. That's why he's not telling you anything.
Could be, but he should tell me the information so I can decide for myself. I'm not 5.
I mean, I feel you.
Are you close with your family? Are your
Life for you. If this is what you want me to do, and I'm like, Gabriel, if you don't have that machete, you're about to get got. If you do not have that machete, you're about to get got. And I'm really thinking at this point, Gabriel needs to be whooping everybody's ass. Gabriel needs to be the Jesus, the Morgan of the show. Like, he needs to be whooping everybody's ass. But he gets got by Dirty Girl. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand it. Whatever. I was starting to like Miss Ann, but then she kind of like rubbed me the wrong way. She really did. She's rubbing me the wrong way, and now obviously she's working with someone else. She's like, why don't you leave them? Why don't you come with me? We can live together. But you just can't tell anyone. And here's Gabriel. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to tell everyone. Beat me up now, because I'm not gonna fight you back because you're a chick. Come on, like that was so freaking corny. That was so corny. I mean, what else happened in this particular episode that was like lit? The ending, where Maggie and Daryl find out that Oceanside is the one that's been sniping off Sanctuary. I'm sorry, but I'm here with Oceanside. I'm here for him. I'm here for him. I think all of them should die. All of them should go to HE double hockey sticks, including Negan. They all should perish, so we never have to worry about them again. And that's just it. We're constantly gonna keep worrying about these people if we keep them around. So I'm completely here for Oceanside and the new leader. I really am. And so is Daryl and Maggie. When that girl said, we started doing this because of what we saw you do to Gregory, and we realized that Rick's way isn't the only way, I was like, damn. I mean, it is what it is. Like, that's it. That's it. And she just walks away, you know? And you know, it was funny how, you know, she had to say that last line, no exceptions, to an 11-year-old. She killed an 11-year-old. And she said that last line, no exceptions. Okay, well, Maggie and Daryl walked away because there's no exceptions. You're gone bye-bye. I don't know. I'm really disgusted at the fact that Rick Grimes is leaving the show. I would rather Maggie leave before Rick Grimes. Like, Rick Grimes is The Walking Dead. I don't really see how they're going to continue this, and I don't really know why they would do a season 10. Everybody's gone. Everybody that is anybody that I cared about is gone. I do like how they're giving subtle references to, or just plain saying their names. Like Daryl was like, Abraham's gone. Glenn's gone. They didn't get a chance. Sasha didn't get a chance. Herschel didn't get a chance. None of these people got chances. Like, why are we giving all these people chances? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought about The Walking Dead. What do you think about what's happening in The Walking Dead? Are you psyched? Are you excited that Rick Grimes is leaving? I'm not. Leave your comments below. And if you are an Uber subscriber, an Uber follower, an Uber supporter, and all of that stuff Uber, subscribe to the new channel, aconnectiontv.com. It is what I am putting my blood, sweat, and tears into. Thank you to the over 200 subscribers that have subscribed thus far. Let's get to 300. Let's get to 300 by the end of the year. That would be super dope. I want to give a special shout out to the cast of actors that I have working for me. Those guys and girls are amazing. They're doing a tremendous job, and they're doing what they love to do. Help us create magic, okay? And it's, you know, kind of like adopting FUBU, for us, by us. But we can't do it without you. So thank you so much once again for subscribing to AConnation TV to YouTube. Subscribe to ACTV, the network, on Instagram. Subscribe to my Instagram on AConnation TV. And go subscribe to the website, aconnectiontv.com. Love you. Mwah.